Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 12th of April 2020. It's a pleasure to be with you. I'm using the Robin Wood Tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. These readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. So I'm just tuning in and asking the cards, what is Sunday the 12th all about? And the cards then give me a very detailed answer. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse. I'm just going to check whether I'm holding the cards the wrong way around or whether there are inversals. There are inverted, so it's not just that I held the cards upside down. There are lots of reversals in this deck. Yes. Okay. So it's meant to be as it is. I'm going to read them both ways because when it's three reversals, it's easier for me to read them upright first and then to turn things around and see how it's really affecting you. So this way, you have a lack of clarity and you're really defensive and scared. You're also full of love and bursting with desire and passion, and you really want to share that love with someone. They don't go very well together. How are you going to share your love when you're so defensive and holding up swords so that no one comes near you? And finally, the Wheel of Fortune, you're on top here. It's quite grim the way they've done this. So here she's super happy, medium, middling, and they're unhappy. This, whether it's up or down, it doesn't matter. It's the 10th card of the Major Arcana, and it means transition. It means moving into a better time in your life. So, upside down, things may look negative at the moment, but when the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse, it's still a transition and it's about figuring things out. Usually the Wheel of Fortune has hieroglyphs on it. And when it is upside down, you're able to make sense of those hieroglyphs. You take a step back. You don't act all the time. You take a day to go, I'm just going to look. It's not despair. It's looking at the situation you've got and looking at a positive way forward. So, number one, you are the pioneer who is not defensive and blind today, and you're not scared. You can pioneer things, you can do things on your own. You ought to do things on your own that make you happy, and you know what makes you happy today because that blindfold is taken off, the swords come down, and the moon becomes full and shows her naturally what she desires. There's a strong feeling of desire. I keep getting that word, desire. Passion, desire, doing things independently. Altogether, you're transitioning from a period that may not be great into going within. So first of all, the wheel turns and you start getting inside yourself and you realize that whether this is upside down or not, the love is there. If anything, the water would spill on top of you. You'd be showered with it if it's upside down and you're standing down here. So you go and realize what it is you love to do, and then you take action. Today is a day of total clarity where you can turn your luck around by oh my goodness, and she even has her hands, her fingers in front of her eyes. She literally is deliberately blinding herself, and she's deliberately preventing herself from seeing things. She feels so in such a dark place that she's completely shut down and she doesn't want to engage with the world at all anymore. And that's a hard place. And you can't reach someone who's in that place unless they want to be reached. It's really something that is an inner journey, and it's inner work, and only the person experiencing that feeling, unfortunately, is able to do that work. Yes, you can get help. Yes, there are support groups. Friendships are super important. Make sure that you do, if you're a loner or if you're super gregarious, make sure that you have a couple of friends in your life. It's really important because they are mirrors to you, and they will show you when you're down like this, or when you feel, oh, I'm just negative, or I'm in a bad mood. Friends mirror this to you. They remind you that you're not always like this. Sometimes you're extremely exuberant and everything is wonderful. Because when you're here, it feels like you're never going to be happy again. And today, by being brave and saying things aren't ideal, or it's just I'm stuck and I'm bored and I'm frustrated, so instead of just doing nothing, I'm going to take a look at what I love. I'm going to ask myself, how do I nurture myself? How do I love myself? So I can turn things around for myself and be happy. I'm going to put myself first. Ask yourself that. Once you get the answers, I want to learn to play the guitar or the piano. I want to just relax today and lie on the deck in my I don't know, beanbag and enjoy the sunshine. Or I would like to play a game of chess, or I'm going to meditate, or whatever it is you discover. Because, like I said, the blindfold comes off and you start to see what you love. And when you discover what you love and you accept it, you embrace it rather than being defensive and pushing it away. When you embrace that love, that's when you turn this card around. You're able to take action. You get off this throne. You put the swords down. Poof, gone. And you gallop ahead. And that's how you turn the wheel of fortune around. So today is about action that comes from within. So if you're an avid news watcher, the news aren't going to inspire you today. The external circumstances can inspire you, possibly, but it's unlikely. What the cards are saying is that the most likely thing is that you're feeling somewhat frustrated today. You're in your feelings, so to speak. And the best way forward is to look inside yourself and practice self-care. Learn how to take care of yourself. Practice self-care. I want to repeat that. It's so important. By practicing self-care, it's through doing that, the side effect is that you see things clearer. You start to realize that you have options. You realize you're not alone and you don't have to be afraid. That you can be on top of the world and have people in your life who love you. So reach out to people using all of the different apps that we've got at the moment: Zoom, Skype, FaceTime. Stay connected. Also stay connected to yourself. You're able to transform an emotional state and turn it around. Number-wise, we've got 10 and 1 is 11 and 2 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 in numerology is about structure, security, and the foundation and feeling safe. So you start to figure out how you first of all become willing to take the hands down. You're willing to see. And what you see is that you're incredibly loved. There is no skeleton in the closet. There is no dreadful thing that's looming. What's real on this day is that you're loved, and that you're full of love, and that you can have fun, and that you have so much love, it's just overflowing. And all of that love is the truth of who you are. And that's why you see things so clearly, and why you're able to move forward and build your own temple. Get out of the ruins and you build your own amazing place. You turn the wheel of fortune around by listening to the inner inspirations rather than the external inspirations today. And please stay active, because this is a day where you can really turn things around, you see, exceptionally and profoundly. And if you don't, it's a waste. It's just a wasted gift. It's just a wasted energy. So if you're someone who struggles with security, with finance, if you're not sure what you're supposed to do with your life, what your life purpose is, or you're not sure about the relationship you're in, if you should stay and try and make it work, or whether you should just pack it in and leave, you will be able to get those answers today, which then lead to action. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me and talk to me about some of these things, what I do in my personal readings is I use astrology, tarot, and numerology, and my intuition. I combine all of those. And the astrology charts, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. That then allows me to see a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born. If you don't have the time of birth, then order a chart rectification with me on the website. That's a process where I work out your time of birth. Once I have the chart, I can tell you about your life purpose, your soul mission, vocational aptitudes, past lifetimes, where the best place is to live, if you're going to move, career, anything at all. So head over to the website. Also, we have the coupon code Spring Special, 25% off all priority and emergency sessions. If you liked the video, then please hit subscribe and share the video online, and have a wonderful day.